This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Empower.
Claire is practicing her breathing for her upcoming yoga retreat in Bali. Has she ever done yoga before? No. But Claire worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Join our 19 million customers today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisor Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Om Namaste.
In a way, it ends where it begins.
Very insightful.
Thank you for sharing this Red Baron with us, Linda. It's so tasty, it makes me want to share something of my own. I didn't actually read the book.
Me neither.
I watched the movie last night.
I judged it by its cover.
I haven't read a book since middle school.
I'm secretly seeing 2 other book clubs.
And I can't even read.
I'm not really Gary. He just paid me to be here. Sharing Red Baron pizza can lead to more sharing.
Hello. Welcome to a new episode of Feasting Friday.
I have a bruise on my hand, and I spent way too long trying to wipe it off thinking it was eyeshadow.
I would assume that that's what it is.
But it doesn't hurt. But it's brand new.
Well.
Oh, no. It hurts a little.
I was going to say, give it a second.
Yeah. It got here yesterday. It didn't hurt yesterday, but it is starting to hurt today. Welcome to Fisting Friday, where we talk our stuff. We catch up.
Necessarily shit.
Sometimes it's talking
Sometimes
shit.
it is. That's why I said not necessarily.
Well, we celebrated your birthday this weekend.
I had a very good birthday. What happened on Sunday, I'll reserve that for But Am I Wrong? At my massage.
There were so many days in this weekend. I keep forgetting which day was what.
Yes, but Friday, I had a guest for one of my podcasts cancel. And then I had a meeting cancel. And then I slept all the rest of the day. Like, I had woken up at like 6 and then had one podcast at about 8. And then from 9, I slept. And then woke up at 8 and then slept some more. It was a glorious day.
I had to start double checking the math there. I was like, woke up at 9, slept till 8. Oh, we're getting in from AM to PM.
Mm-hmm.
Who sings that song?
Somebody hit the lights.
I loved that song.
Down all night. People getting down. That's right.
Is it not Christina Milian?
Christina Milian. Yeah.
It is?
I think so.
The iconic who drives the magenta G-Wagon?
Yeah, Christina Milian.
Oh, love it.
It's a big song that was on the CD that played at Lady Foot Locker. Also had a cheer routine to it. But it was for our cheer camp. So everybody had the same dance. So you just heard that song over and over and over again.
I love that. I think that was also on like a Now something thing. And it was definitely also, it played on Radio Disney. And it was also definitely on...
Because she was a Disney girl.
Yeah.
Going by Tina Flores at the time.
Was she?
Yes, she did like little news things.
I remembered that, but I didn't know she went by Tina Flores.
Tina Flores.
That's crazy. I fully don't remember that. But it was that was definitely in a movie or a soundtrack that I also like loved. Because that song is... I don't know. I've got like I feel like a deep nostalgia whenever I hear that song.
It was everywhere.
It was. And for good reason. Like, kind of a slay song. I'm a fan. After your big nap Friday, well, we're skipping over Saturday. No,
No,
Skipping
we're
over
going
Sunday.
Saturday. Or yeah, we're going into Sunday. Saturday, I got up very early because everything from my birthday outfits were trash that I got. My shoes were too big. My skirt that I got smelled like perfume, so somebody had already worn it. One of the outfits, the material felt like it was like from Party City. So it was just like a bad thing. So I just braved. I hate malls, but I was going to the Lip Lab anyway, but it was the good
Century
mall.
City Mall.
Century City Mall. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really count.
If anybody wants to understand what kind of, just look up the Century City Mall. It is not a normal mall. So
No.
when any of us complain about going to the mall,
It's never Century City.
No, the Century City Mall never counts. It's like, I can't go to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is I can't go to X, Y, and Z mall. I can always, Matza used to go to Century City for fun. Didn't need
I
anything.
used to go eat, go walk around. It was a lot of old people walking around. This one man was power walking so hard.
It's a good
But I
power
got
walking
there
mall.
because our appointment was at like 11. And so I got there like right when the mall opened. So it was just like power walkers and people opening the stores up.
I love
Very
that.
quiet. Got right in, got my outfits. It was so simple. I said, I love this. I also just like walked around and did some browsing. Like that's not something I usually do at the mall. Some weird man, as weird men do when they make weird comments. This one was like, yeah, that hair's nice. And I just don't understand why men are always making weird ass comments. Like they don't have to say anything.
They don't know that. They don't know
They have
that.
to.
And they can't, they literally think that we go through our days begging, pleading, and waiting for them to speak to us. When all I want is for you to be selectively blind to my existence.
Yep.
It is
like
crazy.
That one time we went out to eat and like 3 men walked in and said
three?
something to us.
3?
At least 3.
I was gonna say I think we almost got to double digits. Every time someone walked in, then they looked at us, they go, "Oh, hello, you ladies look lovely." And we would
This is a good. Well, one man was like, "This is a good picture."
yeah, and I was
It's
like,
like,
"Okay, then take our picture."
Then take it and keep moving. But like, you can't have the picture. You can take it on
no,
our phone.
on our phone. If you're not,
So
and are
fucking
you good
weird.
at taking pictures? Unless you're a photographer, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
So fucking weird.
They're men. Men can't be. Unfortunately, they
I
can't
just don't
be stopped.
understand.
No, and that's why, because you're not a man.
Yeah. But then we went to the Lip Bar, and that was a whole experience. It was really fun.
What color did you make?
This one on my lip.
I wondered if it was the one in your picture too.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one in it was a little more because they were mixing stuff up, and so I had like a little stain from the other ones that I had tried, and so it was a little more orange than what it actually turned out to be.
Cute.
I feel like you need more time though, because when developing a lipstick, you want like a lot. You had an hour, and I feel like I needed way more time. Like that could have been a whole day project.
Yeah. I need a lot of time to stew over a decision. I can't.
But it's also like the mixing, like maybe I need a little bit more pink in here. Maybe I need a little bit more. Or I put this on and it's not even what I wanted remotely.
Or what if I just like then decide I want something completely different than what I thought I wanted?
Well, that's how I was too.
Yeah.
I thought
I need way
wanted
more
something
than an hour.
And then I was like, I have this color. I have so many. But I do want to do, I thought about this later, but there was this thing on TikTok a couple years ago where they're like, your perfect shade is the color of your nipple.
areolas.
Yep. So I think I might do it again because I had one of my friends saw it and was like, next time I'm in LA, I want to do this. And I was like, cool. So come on.
Yeah, do it again. That's fun.
Yeah.
Just checking the color of my areolas. I don't know. Do you think nipple or areola?
I heard nipple.
I'm okay. I like that better because I think my nipple colors, there's a little more life to that color. Like my areolas are a little too neutral, a little too desaturated.
Mine are about the same color, I think. Yeah, mine are the same color.
Well, my nipples are pinker than my areolas are just a little more beige, a little more sandy, and you know, like a little more color to it. But hey, it's not that. I think they're a little pinker than my lip color, but hey, maybe that's kind of. As I was looking at them, I go, "This is the color I gravitate towards." You know, this is why I don't look good in a cool tone pink. My nibbles are not bazooka bubblegum. Like they're not. They don't have that nice purple hue.
Then we went to a Hotel Paloma in Santa Monica and did their high tea that they have at their restaurant.
Took a gorgeous photo.
So cute.
No, of your face. Like you looked gorgeous.
I know.
It was gorge.
And then me and my cousin accidentally matched. We weren't planning on matching.
I feel like you do that more than this one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We came out matching, and then we matched the restaurant too, so it was perfect.
Oh, I love when that happens.
They did like a new age tea. The stuff was different. We weren't expecting that. Like, we were just kind of
like ayahuasca.
There weren't actually no. They weren't like the tea was tea, but I mean like the
high tea service.
Yes, the service. Like it wasn't like actually sandwiches. They were like. One thing was like a lettuce wrap that had cream cheese and candied nuts in it, which odd.
Elevated.
If you just hear it, but it's actually
quite.
It was quite delicious. I was like, this is something very simple you could do at home when you have people over.
You do a fatty spread, something crunchy, and then something that has a little bit of a sweetness to it. And to me, that's like elevated ants on a log.
Yeah. And then there was it was good. It was just different, but we think that we prefer a traditional tea. The hostess boy there, and I say boy because he couldn't have been more than 22, was obsessed with me. He walked me I asked him where the bathroom was, and he walked me there.
Oh, was he going to come
and
in with
was
you?
talking to me the whole time. He was like, it's hidden. And I was like, I can literally see it. And just kept talking to me and talking and
he wanted a piece of it.
And then when my cousin went up to go to the bathroom, he didn't tell her. He didn't walk with her. But he came and was talking to me while she was gone the whole time.
He saw a window of opportunity. He said,
just kept
do you
talking.
like him young? How young? Do you like
you
him
are a child?
Fresh grad? Actually, probably still at Santa Monica CC.
Yes.
Does he live with his parents? Of course.
He had such an innocence in his eyes.
Oh, yeah,
because
like, without a doubt, he still lives with his parents.
Yes.
That's
and
so
she
funny.
was even when he was the one that took all our pictures, the ones of us standing up.
Stop.
And he was like, I just want to make sure I get it right. And he was moving the camera around, and we were like, this is fine.
We got it.
And then was like extra talking to me, and Sonam just kept like looking at me like, you got to work this out so we can come back here maybe for free.
That is so fun. I love that. You know how badly I just want to call him that one celebrity's name, but not gonna blow up your spot like that.
Oh. Yep.
Saw that comment that you left on TikTok. I almost tagged you in it. I almost said, something here is wrong. And I almost commented, something here is wrong. I know this for a fact. And then I opened and I see your comment, something in here is wrong. And I'm telling you that personally.
I said that we can say what it was. It was somebody was like ranking if they thought that these white boys would date black girls, and they had put someone
far too low,
very low, because I know for a fact that it was wrong.
Yeah. Logan to Melissa.
And I said, I literally said, I said somebody on this list is ranked way too low. I know as a fact.
Yeah, I know as a fact. She does. She does know for a fact.
Oh. And then people were asking who, and I was like I'm gonna fucking say this.
Come on. By the way, you can narrow it down based on it's only like 10 people.
Right.
You think
and if I said that it was low, then figure it out.
Are you going to have it? You want me just to straight up tell you? That's crazy.
Right.
Crazy work.
Whew. But yeah, we did that, and it was a good time.
I wrote that.
And then I'll talk about my spa experience on But Am I Wrong?
Ooh. The classic Melissa birthday spa day.
I know. Also, we never talked about it, but because you haven't seen it yet, but I saw one of them days a couple weeks ago. It was so good, and you have to go see it.
We almost saw it this weekend, but we got so much done this weekend that we were like, you know, it's okay that we didn't see it. Because it's also streaming now, so we were like, we could see it streaming. I was going to ask you. Yeah. I think you have to buy it to rent.
Okay.
I was going to ask you, I know there's like a bloody scene.
I closed my eyes.
Okay. It's not that long though, right?
It went on longer than it needed to, but I had my eyes closed the whole time.
Okay.
So.
But it wasn't like a consistent through line.
No.
Okay.
No. It was just, they're at a medical clinic.
Yeah. And there's enough, it gears you up to it. Because like for me, like I'm fine closing my eyes in a movie theater, but like I need to know that I'm going to close my eyes.
You can hear them screaming. So when the screaming's over, then you're fine.
Perfect.
And it's not screaming in pain. It's just screaming in disgust.
Yeah. As I would be too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw part of it in the trailer. But I'm excited to see it. Moms really wants to see it too.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that we like in there. They just kind of pop
so many people that we like. We tried to watch a couple of new movie trailers. I don't know if Mops is just picking weird ones. And I'm like, there are some weird movies coming out.
As you know, I don't watch trailers.
Well, you're not going to see these movies. I know for a
fact that I wasn't going to see the movie.
No.
Like the Smurf movie.
Oh, this one's about like, there's one that's like, someone said it's like, I love you, man, for sicko. Which, like, the reviews that they had at the end of the trailer were fucking hilarious. But it's Paul Rudd, that guy who's like a meme, but he's a comedian. But, like, I know his face from reaction. He kind of looks like an egg. He's like a white guy, and he looks a little bit like an egg, like this very eggy head. And it's...
I need to know who this is.
By the way, I bet you at least one person knows who I'm talking about. My Google searches are crazy. My last one, Kobe Turner, plays for the Chargers, right? No, Rams. Sorry, he plays for the Rams, and he's a beautiful singer, and he loves Wicked, and he was singing Wicked on my For You page, and I
saw that.
I love that man. It's like a friendship movie, but it
Death
is
of a Unicorn.
No, it's called Friendship. Oh wow, no. I said it's a friendship movie. It's called Friendship. It quite literally is like the male loneliness epidemic, but it's like a horror movie. It seems like that. But it has a great reviews.
Oh, Tim Robinson, the guy from that show that everybody's always fucking
See,
quoting.
I said he's famous, he's a comedian, but I know his face from like a reaction meme.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks a little like an egg. And I mean,
what's the name of that show?
I don't know.
People always saying, I think you should leave.
Yes. But the logline is, a man tries to befriend his charismatic new neighbor, but it soon threatens to ruin both of their lives. And like, it's like a weird vibe to start. And...
Oh, I just want to say, in case you're new here, we don't actually believe in this loneliness epidemic.
No. It's not real. Men are just insufferable, and they don't want to spend time with other men because they're all insufferable.
I saw some men having instead of Galentine's, had it Geisentine.
That's a threat.
How you would say it. And I thought it was... I didn't like that.
No.
Why would you co-opt something that women have already done?
Also, why are there so many men in a room together?
Mm-hmm.
History has shown us time and time again, a large group of men together, a gaggle of men, is truly called a murder of men.
Exactly what that woman said on the subway show. And
I feel that
and that
so
man was getting
strongly.
so mad.
Okay, then don't be a fucking murderer. Get out of the murder of men. But as soon as the trailer started, it's like, all these men in a room together, and I immediately said, Mats, I'm out. He goes, too many men in a room. I said, way too fucking many men in a room. Like, I don't like this. I don't like where it's going. I'm not interested. But it, like, is so odd. And, like, he's like, I gotta see it. As soon as A24 popped up on the screen, I said, this shit's gonna be fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And I love an A24 movie, but, like, that's their thing. We are so excited to have a brand new sponsor, and I'm feeling very cool because Jesse and Lily are sponsored by OneSkin, and now we are.
Yay!
We are finally here. Skincare, we love skincare. We're all about it. And let's talk about peptides for a minute. If you're like me, you're seeing them everywhere. Peptide this, peptide that, peptide. It's almost a tongue twister. Just because something says peptide on it doesn't actually mean that it's really doing anything for you, but that is where OneSkin's OS1 peptide is different. Some peptides just sit on top of the skin, and OS1 goes deeper. It's scientifically formulated to penetrate the cells within skin's deeper layers, which improves key skin health markers like collagen production, hydration, and my personal uphill battle constantly, skin barrier function.
I think that's both of our uphill battles.
Truly.
I was so excited to get this as well because I just ran out of my other moisturizer, so it was perfect timing. Not only is OS1 proven to remain stable from the lab to the countertop, so you get reliable results every time. And guys, listen, if you're not getting results from your peptides, it might be time to take a closer look. All of OneSkin's topical supplements are backed by lab and clinical studies. And they're all powered by OS1 peptide, the first and only peptide that is scientifically proven to target senescent cells that contribute to lines, wrinkles, and thinning skin. Try OneSkin with an exclusive 15% off your first purchase using Blame Me at oneskin.co.
I love these products. I've been trying out the Essential Moisturizer and the Essential Eye Cream. And for me, eye cream is one of those things that, like, I love a little luxury eye cream. I love to, like, feel that. But specifically, the older that I get, and also sometimes if my sleep is not that great, I really notice the lines under the eyes. And I always want my makeup to apply better. And what I love about this is it looks so nice if I put it on, no makeup on. But I also can apply makeup on it. It's not just for, like, that really rich overnight kind of a thing. It's really a daily thing that you can use. And it just looks and feels really good. And the moisturizer...
Oh, can I talk about that? Because sometimes my skin is very dry and scaly. Sometimes my skin is very oily. Sometimes my skin, I'm like, what even is this? But this face moisturizer is perfect. It goes on very smooth. It's not too thick, but you can feel the moisture in it. And then afterwards, after it's like really soaked in, you can just feel just how supple your skin is.
That's the perfect word, supple. And just like us, OneSkin loves science. So glad to hear. We love science in this house.
We do love science.
And OneSkin's entire R&D process is run in-house, strictly adhering to the rigor of scientific process from start to finish. Every claim is based on lab or clinical studies, and it's documented.
Founded and led by an all-woman team of skin and longevity scientists, OneSkin is redefining the aging process with their proprietary OS1 peptide, the first ingredient proven to help skin look, feel, and behave like its younger self.
Get 15% off with code BLAMEME at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code BLAMEME. After your purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin with OneSkin. Your future self will thank you.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm. When life gets hectic, one of the first things that goes out the window for me is making sure I'm eating nutritious meals and not just getting takeout when I realize I don't have the energy to cook that day. And that's why I love that I can optimize my nutrition this year with Factor. Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, so it's perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. And they have 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, so you can pick meals tailored to your goals and choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. I love knowing that I have Factor meals in the fridge because it means I have a variety of dinner options without any of the hassle of deciding what to make or cleaning up, and they truly are so delicious. I've never been disappointed by a meal from Factor. With Factor, you can reach your goals with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. So eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
And then the other one was about, who's the big Paul Mescal? Who's? Pedro Pascal.
They are not the same.
No, but they're in movies together.
Yeah, but they're not
and he's
the
like
same.
a tall version, and but he's, I would also say that's like the same type of, most people I know are attracted to both of them. Same type of man. I love me a Pedro Pascal. And
I do love me a Pedro, and so I can only speak for half.
I'm sorry, you saw a picture of Paul Mescal.
I did, and I said he was attractive, but I can't say I love me a...
No. Well, I'm being extreme. Also, I don't know that I love him. Oh my God, they really aren't saying anything about this movie. Okay, whatever. Oh, but he's in another one. Pedro Pascal is in one. And it's like an 80s like slasher kind of horror movie. And it's like he's hired as a hitman to kill someone on the Warriors, it seems like. And then it's like
the basketball team?
Yeah, Melissa, I was so confused. I had to close my eyes for the whole trailer because there's so much blood and gore. And it was like, he was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And so then it became, he like joined I could be so wrong if someone else seen the movie trailer, but like, that is quite literally not what this movie's about. What I took away from it was that he joined forces with the Warriors team. And then they created their own war. They became warriors, like legitimate warriors against like these evil people. But all I know is Jay Ellis is in it, and so is Normani. And I said, and now I can't see this movie because you're just killing and slashing throats left and right.
But you got these hotties in here?
I didn't have my glasses on. And I said, who is this tall Lakeith Stanfield? And Mott's goes, that's not him. I go, I know, but there is a tall, who is this tall? And I put my glasses on and I go, oh my God, it's Jay Ellis. Because it's like
they do not look alike.
No, my glasses are on, but it's like very much a character that I would think that he would have played. Like it gave me the same vibe. And also I guess maybe the 80s thing, it reminded me of his same wardrobe in Sorry to Bother You. Mm-hmm. And his voice kind of sounded similar, but Jay Ellis also has like facial hair in this. And so it took me a second to be like, but him and Normani at first I couldn't recognize Normani. I was like, who? I know that girl. I thought I knew that girl personally until I looked it up. I go, bitch, that's Normani. You don't know her personally. In your head, you do. Not for real. But it looks great. But unfortunately, everybody's getting slashed. So I can't see it. And like, why would you put hot people in a movie like that I can't see?
Sorry.
Mad about it. Thanks. I was really mad about it. I was bummed. But it's called, if anyone else wants to see it, Freaky Tales.
We'll have Jenny go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But that sounds like a porn. It also came out last year.
What?
This movie.
Oh, it comes out in theaters. Was that Sundance?
No. Well, it's just listed as 2024.
It's set in Oakland. Which would make sense if the Warriors are involved. But I did have to start closing my eyes. Because at first, nobody was dying. Did I tell you that Mats is now doing at work? He gives...
Hold on. It's narrated by Too Short.
That makes
sense. A macro film. So, yeah. This does make sense now.
I want to see it, but I can't. That's like... I was like truly so upset about it. Because the premise in itself... Because it's like he's a hitman.
They're calling it an anthology action comedy film. So maybe the trailer was just wrong.
But it was the first 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, the trailer's not that fucking long, but the first minute or so of the trailer, I was like, oh, I love this. Like, I love how it's shot, like very stylistic, like even the plot. Like, also, you said it in Oakland, love it. Warriors, love it. And I was like, oh, okay. He is like, as a hired hitman, and he's like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And the guy was like, no, you're done when we say you're done. And I was like, okay, cool. I love an action movie. And then I'm not kidding when I say it's like katanas slashing people's throats. It's like people are holding heads. And
If
it's
it's
like
funny, I can do it.
Oh, it is funny. Then you'll be able to do it. I
Okay.
still couldn't do it. It's still like
I just close
can't
my
do
eyes, but
gratuitous blood.
I can't do it when people feel like they're like in pain. But like I can do
like a scary movie kind of one.
Yeah, I can do that. I just close my eyes when I know it's coming.
Well, you watch it and then let me know because I really it looks
I'm gonna
like
ask my friend
my vibe.
who is in development at Macro and ask him how bad it is.
But I love the log line is in 1987 Oakland was hella freaky. And I was like, fuck, they say hella, this is for me. I need to see it. Mats is very excited for that. So maybe I'll find a way.
Mm-hmm. You'll be able to figure it out.
But I was gonna say, so Mats is doing a finance tip of the week, finance tip of the day. He's
like
not.
He has a little podcast.
No, he does it at work. He loves his job, which is like the great. I'm so happy that he loves his job. Like it is finally like it's just like it's healing things in me. And he's one of the older people who works there. He's not like the oldest, but he, of course, you know him. He walks through life being like, God, I'm so old. We were watching SNL and he goes, this makes me feel really old. And I was like,
the
show
Michaels
is 80.
The show
is
50 years old.
You're not 50. Like, and he goes, no, I just realized that like I'm closer. And I'm like, this is like, you know, you're into the fucking weeds. He goes, I realize like I'm closer to the show coming out than some of the people who are on the show. And I was like, oh, that doesn't mean anything. Like, that's not like
what he needs to focus on is sports. That's what made me feel old, when you start being older than the majority of the people playing sports.
That I've had a really hard time with. I also had a really hard time when I still watched The Bachelor and there were girls on there that were younger than me, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing on this show? You're trying to get married? Like, you're an infant.
You're a child bride.
Go back to daycare. Suck on that titty. Like, you are breastfed. Like, that's crazy. But he really likes to take on his like old man role at work. Again, even though he's not even the oldest. But he works in finance, and so he like gives like people like ask finance questions. So he started doing in like their daily meetings, like Mats is like finance tip of the week. And he told me this weekend that he ends every single one saying verbatim, no cap. FR, FR, FR. And he's like, it gets a laugh every time. And I was like, why are you pretending you're
at you?
No, they're laughing with him. But I'm like, you do realize that they're also laughing because they think that they know that you think you're essentially a boomer. Like, you're at this point, he could be older than Kim Kardashian. He could be 55. Did you cut that out of the episode?
It doesn't come out till tomorrow.
Oh my God. Please don't cut it out.
We'll see.
It is so funny. And if you look at the video, my face, I'm laughing because I think you're making a hilarious joke, which is why I don't correct you when Melissa earnestly says, Kim Kardashian is a 50-year-old woman. And I laughed my ass off because I said, that's very funny. And then afterwards, Melissa texts me, she goes, dude, you know Kim Kardashian's not 50? And I was like, yeah, thought that was a joke. She's like, nope, have to correct it. I don't think you have to correct it.
I literally thought. I didn't know. So funny. But if I really thought about it, because I know that Paris, I know she's not 50.
Oh, I wouldn't even have thought of it in relation to that, but that does make sense.
Yeah, but
she has an elderly energy.
That video I sent you.
No,
earlier,
that was Chris. That was Chris in a fucking blonde wig.
Right. Like, I was like, this feels like an old lady.
Yeah.
And I legit thought she was 50. I'm not going to apologize because she's a Trump supporter. Yeah. I'm never apologizing for Trump supporters.
But also just imagine dating Pete Davidson and walking away from it, like acting like a boomer. Like, that's crazy. Like, aren't you supposed to date younger people to keep you young, not like make you older? But we also Mats wanted to watch rom-coms this weekend because it was Valentine's Day, obviously. Mm-hmm. We watched Made in Manhattan, and he is officially on our side, saying J.Lo is fantastic in rom-coms.
She just has to be. She just has to be in the right movie. Put her in rom-coms, but they can't be like that terrible. It has to be a good rom-com, because that last one that she did where she married a fan, You're looking at me perplexed.
Which one?
I don't remember what it's called. Hold on.
I mean, I agree with you. It's a very specific formula because Mats was like, should we watch Made in Manhattan or should we watch The Wedding Planner? And I said, they're the same movie. And he goes, what do you mean?
No, they're different.
They are, but I was saying, like, I'm like,
the
if
formula is the same. But
and he
they
was
are
like, we
very
can watch
different
one
movies.
back to back. And I go, you need a full week in between because they will blend into one. Like, this is the exact arc. Like, she's perfect at playing this. Perfect at playing this. Was it Shotgun Wedding? Oh, Marry Me?
Oh, I forgot Shotgun after that one, which is also the same kind of movie. Marry Me is the one that I am referring to.
I'm sorry. The synopsis of this sounds fucking great. Pop superstar Kat Valdez is about to get married before an audience of her loyal fans. However, seconds before the ceremony, she learned about her fiance's cheating ways and has a meltdown on stage. In a moment of inspired insanity, which J.Lo loves a moment of inspired insanity, and I love that for her. Kat locks eyes with a total stranger in the crowd and marries him on the spot. Is he not gay? As forces conspire to separate the unlikely
He's there
newlyweds.
with his daughter. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. They must soon decide if two people from such different worlds can find true love together.
But it's like Owen Wilson.
What? No chemistry there.
Yeah. And I also, spoiler alert, I can't quite remember, but I think she goes back to her boyfriend at the end. The
cheating one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
That's a decision.
Or they like go together for a minute and then she goes back to Owen Wilson and tells the other guy. But like, it's Owen Wilson. I just don't believe it.
Well, these also look a little suspicious to me because I personally prefer my J.Lo movies to have under 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, preferably under 20%. So The Wedding Planner, 17%. Perfect. Monster-in-Law, 19%. We're getting a little too high, but I do love that movie. The Boy Next Door, 12%.
The Boy Next Door is great.
No, I saw it in theaters.
I saw it.
I love that movie
over and over again.
It's a great movie, and like Hustlers was also great. I also enjoyed Second Act. I did watch it on a plane, and I cried, which is crazy work because you know that like your threshold for crying in a movie for me when I'm on a plane, like I need to be cautious because it will make me because I feel like I'm in a music video, so I'm gonna cry a lot easier than I normally would. And so I thought I was in like clear with picking Second Act starring J.Lo and Vanessa Hudgens. No, of course I cried. And Watts looks over at me and goes, "You're kidding." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't seen Second Act.
It's pretty good. It's got the Hudge.
I love Enough. Like, I want to get back to it. Either needs to, do you know what Enough is? Is where she like has an abusive ex and then she's like training the whole time and it's like enough. And then she beats the shit out of him. I've
seen it in about 14 to 30 clips on TikTok. I haven't watched the full movie, but I have watched, I would say, at least 50% of the movie.
As long as you've seen the fight scene, you're pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'd say the middle of the movie, very long.
But like, and so when we saw that, and Mats was like, she's great in this. And I was like, I know. And he's like, do you think that like she's gonna like go back to doing this, or she's just like gonna keep tormenting Sterling K. Brown? And I was like,
but she's just been. She did like 2 back-to-back where she's just like, oh, I'm a bride. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm like, I think we need to get a little less autobiographical.
Yeah, it's got to be like a romantic comedy and then a beat your ass movie.
Yeah,
like it can't be all or nothing.
No, you can't have it be in one movie as well. And like. Mm-hmm. The great thing about being an actor who can greenlight their own movies is that you can put out a lot. You don't need to put out ones that you think are going to be like award winning every single time. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm trying to be really serious or I'm trying to like whatever. You can quite literally just do a hee hee ha. Like Anne Hathaway did that Harry Styles fanfic because she said, this seems like it'd be a fun time. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure she had a lovely time. So I want J.Lo to do more of those, and I'm really glad that Mats is finally on board with that, because we know after we watched the J.Lo music video movie, he was like, what the fuck is this? And I said, not too much. Not too much on her.
If you sit there and really dissect it, it's an fantastic. Enjoyable experience.
It really is.
You can't just be surface level with it.
No, and J.Lo would never want you to do that. She's thinking really hard about all of the stuff that she's doing. And all the choices she's
seriously.
making.
When I watch the behind the scenes... I only watched about, I think I broke it up into 3 days and maybe
it's
got
heavy. It's a
about
lot.
halfway through, but you know, she really put a lot of thought and energy and money into this project.
She did. And then the other one we watched was 2 Weeks Notice, which I had never seen before. Mats is, he's a Sandy boy through and through.
I love Sandra Bullock's. I said Bullock.
I love her so much, and I had never seen that, and I was like, oh, this is good. And I'm not a Hugh Grant girl, but for the first time in my life, because I think he just plays himself. He just think he plays like a bitchy British man. But for the first time in my life,
that's why I don't. You need to get into the Hugh Grant rom-coms, and you'll see a different. You'll see the Hugh Grant I grew up with.
Melissa. So he's playing the exact same person he's played in all these movies, but for some reason this time I'm like finding it like oddly endearing and charming, and I was like,
it's okay. When he was in his fluffy hair bumbling,
I do love
stage,
the fluffy hair.
That was like the best. Like, you've got to watch Notting Hill.
Oh, we thought about it, but neither of us are Julia Roberts girls.
I think you'll love it.
You think I'll like it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that Sandra Bullock brings like she's got like such a flawless comedic timing and like physical comedy that to me,
they're not the same.
It's a little more serious.
Yeah, it's a little bit more serious. Sandra Bullock is more of like the romantic. She's more on the comedy end, and Julia also in the comedy, but not the physical comedy of it all.
Because I don't ever really watch like straight up just like, oh, it's a sweet romance. Like for me, I'm like, I need the comedy.
There is comedy in it, but she's just not the comedy.
Okay. Well, now that I found Hugh Grant endearing in this, maybe I can watch it. Because before I was like, you mean to tell me I was supposed to watch a movie with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts? Like, I don't.
It was perfect because they were both like the rom-com darlings. And then that was the one where they came together.
We debated it for a while if we were going to watch that. And then we picked 2 Weeks Notice.
But 2 Weeks Notice is good.
I really liked it, but I think we'll do Notting Hill next.
Yeah. Do Notting Hill.
The only Julia Roberts movie I've ever seen, I think, that's like of her classic heyday, that's not like her, I don't know, cameos or whatever later on, is Mona Lisa Smile.
And that's not even the right genre.
No.
9 months. I'm going through Hugh Grant movies. 9 months is great.
Is that about a baby?
There's a baby, but it's like not really. His girlfriend is pregnant, and he realizes he needs to like change his lifestyle. It's just like, it's a good movie.
Cute.
Let's see what else. Mickey Blue Eyes is so good. He doesn't realize that he's getting married into a mob family.
Oh.
And then he becomes Mickey Blue Eyes.
Okay. I'll tell Mats. Well, I think we're gonna keep with.
I think Mickey Blue Eyes would be where you should go next.
Okay, I'll tell him. It was so nice. Like I definitely fell asleep for a bit in 2 Week Notice, so I want to watch it again. But I enjoyed it, and it just reminded me again. I need her and Melissa McCarthy
in another movie,
a never-ending movie. I need them like.
They need to be in a franchise together.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make a franchise out of that movie they were already in together.
And I'm like, why aren't we doing that?
Yeah.
Why are we making other things? Why are we making another Fantastic Four movie? After it has failed, 6 times in a row? And I asked him last, I was like, are they like starting from a different point? Like, are they? And he's like, nope.
They are.
Oh, he said it's the same origin story. They've already done it.
But they're starting in like the 80s.
Oh, they didn't. Because I asked him, I was like, they like.
It's going to be in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Pedro's in it.
I know. I'm going to see it. I'm also going to see that shitty new Marvel movie that's out.
People are saying
I'm going to love it.
It's actually not shitty, that people are being racist.
Melissa, you know me.
The reviews, every black person that I've seen that's gone to see it on TikTok, they're like, this movie is excellent. The only reason why it's getting bad reviews is because people are being racist.
Anytime a Marvel movie gets bad reviews, I go, pre-sale tickets, put me in the fucking seat. Anytime a Marvel movie gets fantastic reviews, I go, I'll catch it on streaming. Because I've been around long enough and enjoying these movies that I know how this fucking works. It's the same reason why I when I'm picking a movie, I'm like, either it has to have a like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, or it needs to have under 30. Because under 30 means there's women in it. Under 30 means it's not just white women. And it means that it is maybe a woman directed it, or maybe a woman wrote. There is just so many more aspects to this, and like, oh, okay. Maybe there's a tampon joke. Oh, God. What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Because Mats asked, when he looked up the reviews of, he was like, so 2 Week Notice must have like great reviews. And I was like, no, babe, this is a movie with a woman in it. They don't do, and this was, I think, the first time that it clicked for him. And he goes, wait, why is it so bad? Like, why did it, and then what did we watch that he was, Made in Manhattan. He asked, like, was it Made in Manhattan? That he was like, why did that movie, it might have been that, or it might have been something else, being like, why did that movie tank? And I was like, it didn't tank. It's just that review, like, he's like, well, why did the reviewers like review it that way? I go, because they hate women. Like, this has been a through line.
That and she also had a movie that came out right around the same time that was almost the exact same movie.
He was like, this is why you look for review, like, if a movie has bad reviews, that's why you want to. I always clarify. The only time I'm going to listen to a bad review is if you tell me the movie was too long, then I'm not going to see it in theaters. If it's like the movie dragged on and it was 2.5 hours, no. But if it's like, I looked at the reviews of Argyle and everybody was like, this movie is horrible. We were the only people in the theater, and I loved it. I saw it on a date and it was packed and people were cheering at the end of the movie. Melissa, the way that these online cinephiles will like make their bets to like absolutely destroy a movie. And I go, by the way, for the record, everybody, movies are supposed to be fun. Just go and have fun. People are having fun. Like, we don't always have to think so fucking hard. But they can't even. And then with things like Barbie, they go, that was stupid. And I go, okay, now's the time for you to think. You dipshits. Yeah, that was a fun movie to see on a date. I bet it was. Who'd you go on a date with? You wouldn't know if I said. I know, but I guess it wasn't recent. No, we didn't even know each other then. Argyle? What are you talking about? Oh, Argyle. I don't know. I was thinking Argo. Sorry. Oh, Melissa, people loved Argo was nominated for an Academy. I know. That's why I was confused. And then I'm saying movies supposed to be fun. And you're like, well, I wouldn't necessarily say Argo was fun. Argo was fun. Isn't that about like intelligence agency stuff? Like they were faking something that happened and then rescued people. It was, but they did it in a fun way. Yeah, Iran. Yeah, I mean, Ben Affleck was playing somebody that was meant to be brown, but hey, he's a shapeshifter. He tried to put on a curly beard and was like, "Here I am." Is this enough fucking effort for you? Yeah. Speaking of, he directed it. He did. Did you? I saw that movie too. I think he wrote it.
This episode is brought to you by MeUndies. Underwear drawers are like the Wild West. You never know what you're gonna pull out or what shape it's in. So upgrade your collection with the buttery soft comfort of MeUndies. MeUndies' signature fabric is as soft as a warm hug from your favorite sweater. Plus, it's breathable and oh so comfy, making it ideal for all-day wear. Get 20% off your first order, plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/Spotify with code Spotify. That's MeUndies.com/Spotify, code Spotify.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting... could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Did you watch the SNL tribute?
Not yet. I don't
want to tell you.
Clips keep coming up and I keep swiping past it.
Well, just know that Ben Affleck playing someone brown with a curly beard just reminded me of something in that. And I'll just say that after that was done, Mott said, I can't believe they did that. And I said, Lorne Michaels, what do you mean you can't believe it? Like, of course they did that. This is like his MO is cancel culture is only real if you stop doing like whatever. Like he's not, and he's like a huge proponent of like satire and comedy. Nothing should really be off limits with this, especially because like SNL is true satire. Like it is making a point. It's not just like we're not going to just reference this thing. It's like you reference it in a context and the setup and how the jokes are written, all of that kind of stuff. And so he was like, I just like can't believe that. I was like, no, this is so him to be like, you can't cancel me and what? And fucking what?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 80.
Yeah, he's old.
Do you think SNL's ending?
No.
I kind of feel like if Tina Fey doesn't do it, I don't know that who is going to do it.
I don't think it would be Tina. I think it would be...
Do you think it'd be like a Will Forte? Do you think it'd be like one of the
guys? It would be
in the
somebody
back?
that was very much into it. Like, I could see Keenan doing it, but I don't think he'd do a good job.
Because
I
could
what
see them
would be
wanting
his
him
next,
to do it.
Yeah,
he loves to put a costume on. I don't think he could. I don't think he would ever want to go to the back behind. By the way, I would.
But
I would be so sad.
He's past his time to be there as a performer.
Don't
I know you disagree, but
I love him.
He plays the exact same character in every single skit. He doesn't bring anything new to it.
Because he doesn't need to. Because all he wants to do is put those chompers on and play Steve Harvey. Let the man wear those chompers and play Steve Harvey.
Play Steve Harvey. And it doesn't matter what the skit is. He's doing the same exact character.
He's doing Steve Harvey with or without the teeth.
I could see him getting to the point where like this might be like too much and he might do Lorne Michaels' job. Him.
I wouldn't hate that.
Or maybe Will Ferrell, since him and his producing partner have broken up.
Oh, yeah.
I just think that Tina is too much into TV stuff. Like I don't think that she would leave what she's already doing.
I don't know. I could see. I just think that like this would be such a slam dunk. Like for me, I'm like, I think that she would be the first choice. I don't know that she would say yes.
Yes, I think 100%. That's my thing. I think she would. That would be her choice. Like if she did it, I think they would want her to do it because I mean she was just supposed to be somebody that was a writer, and then they put her on in a scene and people liked her, and she basically mimicked being Lorne on 30 Rock. Mm-hmm.
But I also, for me, I think that like she has the most, she has the most logical resume for it too.
Yeah.
Like
I just
from producing and all that.
But like the resume itself, I just think that she would want to do other things and not just be tied to this.
Yeah, that's a good point. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Nick Jonas has a cameo, and of course he takes it so seriously because Nicholas Jonas must take everything so like I don't even know if he knows it was supposed to be funny. And like that's why I'm like, good job having him do this part because he doesn't know it's supposed to be funny, which makes it even funnier.
Mm-hmm.
Smooth-brained Elon Musk fan, fucking Nicholas Jonas from New Jersey. It checks out completely. But the audience was like packed full of like all celebrities, and it was so funny because I was expecting them to like fly in some better chairs. Nope, they had Lady Gaga, they had Kevin Costner, they had Cher in those shitty ass fucking SNL risers. Like I was like, you're kidding me. Cher is there with a bouffant. Cher has at least 2 wigs stacked on top of each other. I would say honestly probably 3, and you have her sitting essentially in graduation bleachers.
Well, they humble everybody.
That's
she showed up.
I love. That's why I was like, damn, the power of that.
Give me a special chair.
Mm-hmm. It was good. It was really good. Sabrina was there.
I know. She's in the skit for her song, but I can't. I didn't watch it. I just saw the girls with her, and I was like, gotta skip it. I have so much to watch.
You do.
I literally could have done it. I was just sleeping.
I did tell Mats that you watched 80 for Brady and you loved it, and he did say, "That's fucking crazy."
It's fucking good.
And then I said, and then it set her off into all that genre.
That was no. That was like that was the third one.
Oh, that was
I started
was Book Club?
Book Club. I watched Book Club and 80 for Brady on the same day. It was the old lady swapping movie.
Oh yeah, but I to me that was that was like the slight foray. But I guess
no. I watched 3 movies that night.
Oh my god!
We talked about it on this show.
I thought there were I thought there was time between. I didn't realize that.
No. That was all that one night. I watched 3 of them.
You said I can't get enough of these older white women.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, I forget what it was. I was telling him that I was like, I've been trying to get Melissa to watch whatever, and then she watched 80 for Brady. He goes, "That's funny," and I go, "No, she actually watched it." He goes, "No, she didn't." And I was like, "She did," and she said she enjoyed it, and he was like,
"I did."
There's no fucking way.
But you have to also remember that my girls are in there. Like, I have watched a lot of their shit already.
You know, that is your those are your bitches.
They are my bitches.
Those are your bitches.
I love
Mary Steinberg.
She's not in. I'm talking about 8 for Brady.
How would I know? It's all the same. Like, they just, like Mary? You said, they rotate. It's a group of 8 of them, and then they rotate based on schedules and availability.
So, 80 for Brady has Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda, and they're usually my jump offs for the other movies.
That's fair.
And so, and I watched, like all of Grace and Frankie. And it was I feel like Grace and Frankie has to be the longest running series that Netflix ever did, because it was like 6 or 7 seasons. And so I watched all of that, and it took me years because I didn't want it to end. But then I was like, I can get in their movie. So that was actually the jumping point.
That's a logical jumping point.
I finished Grace and Frankie, and I didn't want to be done with my ladies.
These are my ladies. What is that from?
It's from some movie called Surf's Up.
What? Okay, turns out I've been quoting it, and I've quite literally never seen the original source material.
Never even heard of this.
Me neither. And I've heard of some weird movies.
Yeah.
That's funny. I wonder.
But that's
why?
Definitely Amy Poehler's ex-husband talking, right?
Will Arnett? Nope.
Yeah. It's not him?
These are my ladies. These are my ladies. It's the animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Penguin movie, but they're surfing.
Mm-hmm.
I love the looks my ladies give me. I love holding the ladies.
But that doesn't that sound like him?
I think so.
Who's that?
Sort of. Come with me.
I have no idea who the fuck either of the people who voiced him are.
Edelbert
von Nordenhausen.
Deirdre Bader.
Never heard of that man in my life. Except, well, I'm so sorry. He's in so many things I've seen. And,
oh, no, I do know who Deirdre. He was on,
Young and the Restless.
That's not what I know him from.
No, I'm kidding. I don't think he is.
It seems like all he does now is animated stuff, but I know his face.
He was also in the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce Hallmark movie, apparently.
Incredible. Veep. He was on Veep.
Oh, that's why we recognize his voice.
Yes. But he sounds like Will Arnett.
He does. You're not wrong. He was in The Blackening. I still want to watch that.
Scary movie.
I know, but Melvin's in it.
Yeah. Everybody that I know that watched it, they were like, Melissa, you can handle this one.
Yeah. I love the premise of it. Like, even the trailer itself, I was like, I gotta see this. Wow, this man's working. He's got that voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's that voice, baby.
But I feel like that's not the only. He's so booking busy.
No, he lives in a fucking, like, an audio sound room. He literally has a recording studio in his home, and he doesn't come out. He has a mini fridge, and he's stuck in there. I'm still scrolling his IMDb.
I am too.
This is so
Miss Congeniality 2. The Drew Carey Show. That's where I know him from. That's where I know him from. He was one of his best friends.
Please do a TikTok with that audio and then just have pictures of them. These are my ladies.
They are. Also, Rita Morano's in it, like 80 for Brady. And I'm like, you're 90 something, but
she's not. Melissa, stop lying about people's ages.
She is.
Rita Morano. Sorry,
I'm
I
not
thought you meant
lying.
Rita Wilson.
No,
I said
Rita Wilson
Wilson
is
is
in
not
her
90.
60s.
Chill out.
Rita Morano is 93
No, Rita Morano
years
is
old.
90.
93.
There you go. It's like she's 90 something. She's not even 90. She's 90 and a little something else.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But I thought it was funny because Sally Fields kept saying, I am not 80. Stop putting me. And she actually is like, she could be Rita Morano's daughter. They're 20 years apart.
Oops. So sorry, girl. We've just all been just associating her with.
No, but like in the movie, like it's like she crosses out the 80 on her jersey. She's like, stop putting me with y'all.
That's funny. Well, maybe I'll check it out. I'll have to sell Mott's on it because right now he's like, that's fucking insane that she's watching that. Or you watched
like
it.
He'll like it.
It's going to be a harder sell for me because if there's anything in life that people should know about me, it's
you don't like Tom Brady.
No, and I
don't
Tom
either,
Brady.
But he's not really
I know
in it,
and
like he's in it, but he's not really in it,
which makes me feel better. But like I'm fundamentally against athletes turned acters.
He's not being an actor though. He's just being himself.
I think I just need to detox from the Super Bowl commercials because they gave him so many. And he's devoid of all personality and charisma. So that was a hard one to swallow.
Yeah, he's just himself. And the only time we see like actual him is at the very end. And it's very brief.
Okay. That's fine. And
It's
hey, I've
like
been falling
on
asleep in every
TVs.
movie. I won't even make it to that.
Yeah.
Perfection.
And I told you, Billy Porter's in it.
No, the cast is really drawing me in. That's a part that I'm very interested in.
Can you feel it in the air? That sudden shift of mood? It's the perfect time to shed the winter blues and experience the revitalizing qualities of driving a Lincoln. It starts with the Lincoln Spring Sales Event. So step outside and visit your local Lincoln retailer or Lincoln.com for some seriously mood-enhancing offers on current and past Lincoln models. Your transformation awaits. Learn more at Lincoln.com.
Faraday presenta Ojos con Alergia y Picazón contra el jardinero. Y el ganador es Faraday Extra Fuerte. Para aliviar la picazón de los ojos por alergia, actúa más rápido y supera a Claritin y Flonase aún a las 24 horas. Faraday, adelante.
Why wait to see if you'll get something you like this Valentine's Day when you can go to BlueNile.com and find something you'll love? Whether you're looking to treat yourself to a little winter sparkle or show a galentine how much you appreciate them, Blue Nile offers a wide selection of high-quality designs, expert guidance, and free 30-day returns for the ultimate peace of mind. You can even design your own jewelry. Right now, save up to 50% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
Where the fuck are my pictures, Melissa? I'm trying to show you a picture. I can't find anything.
For what? You also wrote down something that you said you wanted to talk about.
We got our Le Creuset.
You got me one for my birthday.
I did.
3. They're so pretty. And then I started getting ads.
For them?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't fucking find. I literally have like cute pictures of this and I edited them and they're now no longer in my... Like, where's the rest of my photos? Where are my imported photos?
Now you're going through what I was going through.
Melissa, what do I do? Where are
They're
they?
there. They probably just need time to load.
This is unacceptable. I don't like it.
Well,
anyways, I'll just show you it pulled up on Lightroom. I have to take a different one because it's definitely not... It's too dark to post it. But this is the color that we got. And I put the new knob on.
Ooh.
Isn't that pretty?
I love that. Mm-hmm.
My original planned color I wanted was chambray, which is like a really like perfect to me, like one of my favorite colors, like this perfect shade of blue. Mm-hmm. But they didn't have it in that one. And my whole thing is I think I want to do greens, blues, pinks, and maybe reds. I don't know why you would marry yourself to one color for like the whole time. But Mats went into the office and like people asked what he like got up to this weekend, and he was like, "Oh, I went to the Creuset." one of the guys he works with was like, "Oh, I love Creuset," and Mats was like, "Really?" And then I was like, "Wait, what did he say?" He goes, "Told me his color, what he's got. He's got like 7 to 8 pieces. He said he's gonna send me a pic," and I was like, addicted to this. But he's just all in one color, and I was like, "Wow, that you can only really do that at this point with like the OG colors."
Look at you though. Remember when you used to want everything? It was like all white, and then like your kitchen stuff was all gold.
Melissa, I think about that all the time because the color that everybody's like lusting over on TikTok of Le Creuset is thyme, and I'm like, it's a green that is gray for I would say about 18 hours of the day, and then in certain lights it looks like there's a slight green hue. But I saw it in person, and I was like, no shot. Like, no. I was like, this is giving me flashbacks to my, like this is something I would have gotten and been, like, justifying, being like, look, it's color. I'm branching out. Like, that's gray 99% of the fucking time. And I'm like, it's so, I hate it. I love color now. I love it. I love everything to be so, well, I think also part of it was, like, I didn't have to think as much. And, like, things all just, like, went together. You don't have to plan
That's
as
why
much.
I love a 2-piece.
Exactly. No, it's exactly the same way. But now I'm like, I loved it. I am regretting not getting, they had measuring spoons and like measuring cups. And I obviously have so many, but like they're all strewn about and like they're never in the same place. And like these ones are all clipped together and they were really cute. And I was like, maybe next time I'll get these. But I made my first dinner in the Le Creuset last night. It was phenomenal. I can send you the recipe. I'll have to screenshot it because it's from the New York Times, and Mats just gives me the gifted recipes because he's obsessed with the New York. He like has the whole big subscription. But it was what was it called? Well, I'm also gonna make we're making barbacoa this week too.
Nice.
1-pot Japanese curry chicken and rice. And this was what it looks like. So we had like kimchi on it, like scallions, chicken, and then I used bonza rice, and it cooked perfectly. I accidentally added gram masala in addition to curry powder because I said this is curry powder. I couldn't find the curry powder, and I was like, this is fine. And then I found the curry powder, and then I smelled the curry powder, and I said, it's not enough curry powder in that to make up for. I need to add it, so I added both. And it was like delicious, and it was so easy. I will say that shit gets heavy once it's filled with stuff. As I was like lifting it in and out.
I made a sun-dried tomato pasta yesterday.
Ooh.
And I was gonna put it in there, but I could just put it in like a pot and be done. But I was gonna do it just to look pretty. But then I was like, I don't feel like cleaning another pot. But yeah,
it's just so beautiful. And we got to go back. You got to come with next time. Like,
okay.
Have you been to Cameo outlets?
I've driven past them.
Oh, Melissa, me and Kyle used to go like.
It's got to be a time where there's no people there. I can't do people.
Yeah, I mean,
it needs to be like a weekday.
No, we went at like 3 p.m. on a weekend, and it was
like
pretty
even
fun.
The outside people
outside
are crazy.
What?
Like the outlet, like when you're walking around, it wasn't a lot of people.
It's huge.
I understand, but people get crazy at outlet malls.
No, it's not that kind of outlet mall. It's like the Napa outlet mall, which is just like people go there for lunch. Like it's not like there's a movie theater. Like it's not like it's really not crazy. It's very low key and chilled. Like for most of the time, we were the only people in the Le Creuset store. I love the outlet. Kyle and I quite literally used to make Mats like take us like all the time. Like I love the Camarillo. Like it's so fun. But we should go back. They have so much stuff. They had a Jimmy Choo outlet. I said, I selling shoes there? I made Mats drive by. I was like, drive by slow. I feel like it's just gonna be handbags. Nope, there were shoes.
Nice.
Yeah, the Lululemon outlet. Great, good deals.
Not a Lulu fan.
I'm not a fan of buying athletic wear that is like so small that they say, don't worry, it will fit you once you stretch it over your body. Because by the way, I'm not trying that on in the store. Like other people have tried this on and it's that close to their body. I'm not doing it. So then I have to trust you that this thing that looks like it's made for a Polly Pocket is going to fit onto my body. Seems stressful.
Arla is obsessed with it. And I don't understand. I don't know why the children love it. But
it was big in my like high school too.
What was everybody into my age? Oh, I can't even say because nobody would know what I was talking about.
What was it?
It was just a store that was like a boutique store, and we all loved it.
Oh, that's like apparently all the girls who do sorority rush in Alabama, they're obsessed with the pant store, and everybody's like, what is that? And it's like literally just a random boutique in like Tuscaloosa. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like in my head after everybody, because I didn't see these videos, but I saw everyone talking about it, being like literally everyone gets their stuff in the pant store. And I like looked it up and I was like, not even all these people could fit in the pant store. Like this is a boutique. This is a small little boutique.
I'm sure Mason's, that's what it was called. Mason's boutique. And they had a store in the mall, and then it got bigger, and there was one, they built one like outside the mall where it was just like its own store, but everybody was obsessed with it. Everybody. And they had, that was like where you could get the 7 for All Mankind for the longest time. I can't believe I had all those. I had probably 15 pairs of 7s, but then I had to make sure I said 7 for All Mankind so people didn't think I was talking about 7s, because those are 2 different brands.
Didn't they used to be the same brand?
That was a rumor. I don't know if it's actually true.
Do you still have those?
They start selling 7s at Express.
Marshalls. In Marshalls. I got those. Not 7 for All Mankind. Do you still have them?
No.
Because I was gonna say that specific era of like Y2K stuff, it goes for so much fucking money.
I'm
on,
sure.
Like, Depop and Poshmark now.
I'm sure. I should have kept them. I think I gave most of them to Melanie at one point, but I'm sure she, whatever.
If I could find I got them thrifted years after they were cool, but like they're cool again. I have a pair of low-rise bootcut white stitched True Religion jeans with the button clasp pocket.
I never liked True Religion.
I mean, I got it from Goodwill, so like I guess beggars couldn't be choosers. Like for me, I was like,
Melanie loved True Religion, and I wasn't into it.
The one that I never got into, which also like never really came to Marin, and like when I got to college and people were talking about, or people would talk about it now, being like Miss Me jeans. Those were like not
that was never
a thing
on my radar
where we were. It was very much like Lululemon leggings, Uggs,
Lululemon
North Face
wasn't
jacket.
around yet.
That's fair. And
North Face was still was a thing for us. When I was in high school, that's when I know that this was always a thing for you, but Birkenstocks.
Well, it was not a thing at my high school. It was a me thing. Yeah, because of my flat feet, and I said, "Yeah, this shit's good."
And then I had these one sick ass boots.
Oh, what'd you have?
I don't even know what they were, but I got them from Mason's, and they were like $350. I got them for my birthday one year.
Damn, girl.
And they came up like over my knee and had like these little cutouts. They were like camel brown and had like a rectangle heel on them. And I'd wear them to school, and they were like 4 inches. They're so
how
good.
old?
I wish
birthday?
I had those. Probably 17. I wish I still had them.
Those are that sounds epic.
Yeah.
I wish I had this photo of me. I don't think I do. It's probably like on a Google Drive somewhere. But there's a photo of me. There's this trend going around about like you post a picture of you from a certain age, and it was like what I looked like with my favorite song. And Kyle was like, "Bitch, hop on." And I was like, "Oh God." But there's this photo of me, literally a photo taken of me before I'm going on my first date to go see Racing Stripes, the Frankie Muniz zebra movie.
Which he recently said his memory isn't as bad as everybody's talking.
I know.
About.
I know that because I met him. Because he's on Dancing with the Stars same time as Sasha. And it took everything in me. She goes, "Don't be weird. I know you love him." And I was like, "I'll do my best." And Hudson was like, "It's okay if you're a little weird." I was like, "Thank you so much for supporting me because I love him." But I have my transition lenses, duh. My hair, I've got my fresh Rachel cut, aka all my friends with straight hair were getting the Rachel, and I said I can get the Rachel too. Doesn't look like the Rachel because my hair's not
Your
pinned
hair's
straight.
wavy, yeah.
Exactly. And I have on...
Y'all are also late for the Rachel. Why so late?
Melissa, of course we were. We were watching
Why
it on
were
Netflix.
you getting it?
We were watching Friends on Netflix, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it was
when the Rachel was a thing, nobody my age wanted it.
No, of course not. Because, by the way, it's a middle-aged woman haircut.
Yes.
It's a Karen cut. And we said, give me some of that. It was, I don't know why Friends was like the show that like we were, if you were allowed to watch Friends in elementary school or middle school, that meant that like something bad had happened in your life and your parents said like, you can start watching this show. Mine was that my grandma died. My friend was that her parents were getting divorced. And then like that was like, we were like, and everybody was like, you're watching Friends. And it was like, you don't know my story. Like I've been hardened by life. My parents, they're like, you can watch this now. But I was wearing, I want to say capris or gauchos. I think I was wearing capris. And then I have a rainbow striped poncho on. And I have boots with the fur, which, you know, he has now clarified he meant Uggs. Mine are not that. Mine have what I would refer to as a sneaker wedge bottom. They're giving very much, oh my God, what is that brand? I don't know. It's very much giving like Journey or Zoomies. Like they are, they're like they're like a suede, faux suede fur on the inside. They have a big, thick lug sole, chunky wedge.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Laced all the way, like literally all the way up to my knee. And that's what I'm wearing on my first date. And I have a little purse that I think is from Limited 2 that has an M on it, which I recently saw on eBay. Someone was selling for $50. And I said, no fucking way.
I saw that people are selling wet seal stuff for like $75.
Charlotte
Russe. That shit was $5 max.
And I'm like, and by the way, that was the stuff on the clearance rack. And I know because that's where I was shopping. That wasn't even what the cool kids were wearing then.
No, the only time I was wearing wet seal was when I was going to a party. Because I was going to be sweating that shit out. Yeah.
Punch on it.
Yeah.
Or someone accidentally sprays their Axe body spray all over it. It'll be fine. It could survive a war zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I had that photo because I'm like, that's the perfect one of me being like, my favorite song when. At that time, what was I listening to? 8th grade. No. 6th grade? What came out in 6th grade? When did B-Day come out?
B-Day, it came out in 2006, maybe?
I was close. I wasn't that far off. Because I was 13. Because that was my shit. I downloaded it one by one, 99 cent by 99 cent.
It is the great. I think I might have had the CD. Like, it was the greatest. Because I was in college then. So, yeah, I had it in my car. I had it, the CD.
And on my iPad, and I would
it wasn't the CD. I had a little it wasn't the iPod mini, but it wasn't an
Shuffle.
iPod. It wasn't an Apple product.
Okay.
It was Zune.
Zune with an N?
And it was better than the iPods because I could see all the information and it was a color screen, and the iPods at that time didn't have color screens yet.
Oh yeah, this is fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks epic.
What
color
great.
was yours?
It was pink.
I was about to say, did you get the pink one? Because I'm looking at the pink one and I go, give me some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a perfect way to be listening to it versus me listening one song. I think it was, I would get allowance or I would like save up money and then, but I was not getting any more than one song a week, maybe. Hoping. And then when I would watch it reorder, because I initially didn't do it in order because you get the 30-second previews before you download a song. And I wasn't getting them in order. And then I remember when I like had the whole album and it like reshuffled to be in order. And I was like, this tells a whole other story.
B-Day was a time.
I was fucking obsessed. I can't even tell you how fucking obsessed I was.
Mecca and Jamila also talked about it. But
it's a perfect fucking album. I also don't think it gets enough credit.
I think for me, it's number one.
Beyonce.
That was like, as soon as I heard it.
It is like up for me.
Good.
It isn't. It's at top 3 at least. Could be the top 1 if I like sat down hard enough to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Mecca rated Lemonade last, and like is just engaging with the people who are so mad about it. And she goes, "I'll keep talking about it. I'll say it over and over again.
She stood by it.
Thanks for the engagement.
We did it because we talked about it on the podcast, and then she took it to the next level.
Yeah, she said, this pissed you guys off so much. Wait till I tell the internet.
Yep.
And then let me rank them using that filter. So funny.
All right, well, we've talked way over what we needed to talk. So.
Sorry, everybody.
They love it. You love it when we go nice and long, don't you?
Ew, ew, ew. I don't like that.
Why?
I just don't.
Why?
I don't.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been a grand old time. We'll see you on Monday for But Am I Wrong? You can hear more about my birthday. See, you are really going 90s right now with this hair.
This is what happens when...
It's very Romy Michelle.
Thank you.
They're making another one. You see?
I've still never seen the original.
Me either. But it's still iconic. And they're doing number 2.
I love how I gasped and then I go, I've actually never seen it. You go, yeah, me either.
Where was I? But Am I Wrong? And then Tuesday, we've got See You Next Tuesday. Wednesday is your catch-up day. Please go back. Listen to old episodes. And then Thursday, we've got Don't Blame Me. Goodbye.
Bye.
That's not what you usually say.
What do I say? Fist you later.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Monts, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast. And with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone. So we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural then and now.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Just keep it simple.
I'm making the promo.
Just keep it simple. Just say, hey, we're the Brav Bros. 2 guys that talk about Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're the Brav Bros.
No.
Oh.
Dude, stop with the voice. Just keep it simple.
I've seen promos on TV, dude. This is how you get the fans engaged. This is how you get listeners. We're trying to get listeners here. If we just say, oh, we're 2 dudes that talk about Bravo, people are going to get tired of it already. We need some oomph.
All right, then fine. Let's try to do it with your voice.
Brav Bros.
Good job.